And next thing you know, we've been talking on, and all we've done is talk about the problems. But see, we want to start talking about solutions. We want to bring the positive and upbuilding news that God's kingdom is going to do something about it. And so that's how we become upbuilding and positive. Remember, our goal is to preach the good news of the kingdom. So don't go to someone's door and forget to give them the good news. Make sure we do that. We want people to be glad when we leave. Not glad because we left, but because of the information we've given them has picked them up and made them more positive. Okay? So we felt like you did an excellent job with that, Sister Ward. You get bonus points for having a backup when your tablet failed. Nice job. Now we're going to move on to our Bible study, and that's going to be handled by Sister Keisha McMurrin, and she's going to be accompanied by Kiana. And their source material is going to be the Good News from God brochure, Lesson 8, Paragraph 6. Let's give Sister McMurrin our attention.
Okay, Kiana, are you ready for family worship?
Yeah.
Okay, well today we'll be going back in the Good News from God's brochure, Chapter 8, and the subtitle of the chapter is Why Does God's Patience allow us to do? And we're going to be, that's question number 4. And will you read that paragraph for me?
Yes, ma'am. Satan claimed that no one will serve Jehovah out of unselfish love. Would you like to disprove that lie? You can. God's patience allows all of us to show whether we favor rule by God or rule by man. We indicate our choice by the way we live.
Good. What does that first sentence say again?
It says, Satan claimed that no one will serve Jehovah out of unselfish love.
Good. It's mentioning that Satan is trying to make it seem like we only serve Jehovah because of what he does for us, and not out of love. Does this remind you of anything?
This reminds me of when we learned about Job and Bible stories.
Good. I'm glad you remembered that. Let's go ahead and read more about Job at Job chapter 1, verses 8 through 12. And I'll read verses 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to have you read verses 11 and 12, okay?
Okay.
It says, And Jehovah said to Satan, Have you taken note of my servant Job? There is no one like him on the earth. He is an upright man of integrity, fearing God and shunning what is bad. At that, Satan answered Jehovah, Is it for nothing that Job has feared God? Have you put a protective hedge around him and his house and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his livestock has spread out in the land.
11 says, But for exchange, stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your very face. Then Jehovah said to Satan, Look, everything that he has in your hand is in your hand. Only do not lay your hand on the man himself. So Satan went out from the presence of Jehovah.
Good. See, in verse 9, Satan said, Is it for nothing that Job has feared God? And in the next verses that we just read, he really tried to make it look as though Job only served Jehovah because of how he was blessing him, and not out of genuine love. But as we know from when we studied out of my book of Bible stories about Job, what did Job do?
He remained faithful to Jehovah despite everything that happened to him.
Yeah. And we all have that same opportunity that Job had. Let's go ahead and turn to Proverbs 27, verse 11. And I'm going to have you read that one also.
Okay. Be wise, my son, and make my heart rejoice, so that I can apply to him through time.
Okay, let's go back over this verse one more time. It says, Be wise or smart, my son or daughter, and make my heart rejoice. Whose heart will rejoice?
Jehovah's.
So that I can make a reply to him who taunts me. Who's taunting Jehovah?
Satan.
Yeah. So this verse right here lets us know that we all have a chance to make Jehovah's heart rejoice by the way that we live our lives. So what does the question again says in paragraph 4, what does God's patience allow us to do?
Jehovah's patience allows us to do and gives us all the Jehovah is patient with us and gives us all the chance to say him he loves it.
Yeah, by the way we live our lives, right? Exactly. So that's going to go ahead and end it for our family workshop. And I enjoyed this. And next time, guess what? I'll let you pick what we do, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Some good teaching going on there, Sister McMurray. Nice job. Sister McMurray was actually filling in. That was actually a substitute assignment and did a very nice job, and Kiana as well. One thing we can appreciate about the way Sister McMurray taught is that that subject about why God allows evil and suffering, that can be a pretty deep subject, especially to someone who hadn't studied the Bible. And now she's discussing it with a, I hope I'm right, Kiana, an 8-year-old. And so with an 8-year-old, she's